Hey, what's going on, everybody? Amy Posadas here. I am following up with you all because I was noticing that there are some basic things that we do on a regular basis that I can help to give you some tips and allow you to be more aware before you even start and come in and start doing your exercises, because I want to set you up for success as best I can. That being said, I want to touch base on some posture, which this is going to be something that is always going to be a part of our lives. So if I can give you some tricks and tools to apply to hopefully improve your posture in the meantime, between now and when we start putting some weights in front of you, then it will just help to carry things over. And it's not going to change it overnight, but as you continue to work on it, you can improve your posture from here on out, as opposed to it getting worse because you didn't know. First things first, we're going to start with laying down posture. Let me just apologize ahead of time because I'm going to make some people very, very upset. Ideally, unless you have some medical contraindication, which is meaning your doctor told you not to do something, I would prefer that you lay on your back. I understand what I'm saying with this, but I guarantee you, if you have a habit of sleeping on one side or sleeping on your stomach, then there's a ton of muscle imbalances that you're putting your body through on a regular basis. And even if you haven't had a history of having pain or problems, it's a matter of time. That being said, it's not, like I said, it's not going to happen overnight, but I just want you to increase your awareness, and I want you to trial and error things to see what can work for you. So if you find yourself constantly sleeping on one side, that is the only way that you're able to go to sleep, then I want you to experiment in different positions to see if you can find some comfort in other positions to offset that constant pressure. It's not going to make a difference at first, but as time goes on, if you think about your age right now and the average lifespan that we generally have an additional 30, 40 years, give or take. And so imagine all that time sleeping in that posture or sitting or standing as I get further along that you will spend, and all the muscle imbalances and consequences, negative consequences that you could potentially have as a result, which all can be avoided. So let me go first. The pillow, there is a specific pillow that I prefer over another, but for now, just use the pillow that you have. I'm not trying to change everything. This is just a quick kind of quo pro between now and when you start throwing around some weight. I generally will either have the pillow like this, or I will have the pillow like this. And the biggest concept is making sure that it is not making your chin, like it's not too big of a pillow to make your chin tuck, or it's not too thin to go back. And what you're doing is, see how I actually have my shoulders on the pillow? This allows my neck to be in more of a neutral position. And then I'll just adjust to make sure that I'm comfortable. Now, I don't have pillows now, but ideally I would have some under my knees too, so that I would be roughly in this position, or maybe even bring my knees up a little bit more with additional pillows or blankets folded up underneath. What this allows is it puts your back in a more supported zero gravity position, which will allow your muscles to relax. Also, you can have more pillows that are elevated so that you're more in this position, obviously with having another pillow behind me. The other thing of having the pillow turned this way, the benefits are, for those that have rounded shoulders or tight chest, it allows the shoulders to actually relax a little bit more. And again, it keeps your neck in a neutral alignment. Sleeping on your side. If you were just gung-ho about sleeping on your side, I completely understand. Keep in mind that it will increase your wrinkles. Just FYI, if you need some of that incentive. But keep the pillow between your shoulder and your ear if this is the position that you have to sleep in. And then make sure that your neck is in neutral here, that it's not too big of a pillow so you're sleeping like this, or too thin of a pillow. So again, my ear is all the way onto my right shoulder. These are not good positions for your shoulder or your neck. But at least if you have the pillow positioned properly, it'll help to keep it in as a neutral alignment as possible. The problem with this is that I'm so rounded, and I'll show you in sitting, that sleeping on your side just encourages this posture, and it's going to make it harder to decrease stress to your shoulder and actually increase your risk for injury. And then as my knees are bent, women especially have wider hips, and so it increases the torque on the hips and the low back, which can also cause a problem. So ideally, I would have another pillow in between my knees and maybe even a third pillow in front of me to kind of hug. Now, I understand it can get cumbersome, but if you have to sleep on your side, then those would be the suggestions that I would recommend. On the stomach, you're just gonna have to stop it. I know it's rough, but neck, shoulder, hip, low back, knee, calf, ankle, there are just so many issues that people have orthopedic wise, musculoskeletal wise, that if you can get yourself off of sleeping on your stomach, then you are just doing yourself a ton of favors. I am more than happy to, throw out suggestions too if you are just not able to figure out a way. Sitting. If you can get in the habit of, make sure you can see me. Okay, so most people have a tendency to sit like this. Okay, my head is slightly down, my shoulders are rounded. I want you to get in the habit of overly straightening up. So you're pulling in that belly button, shoulders back, chest up. You're really, really strong and elongating the spine. And then I want you to relax a little bit, about 25%. This is actually the green light as far as the posture that I want you to continue to sustain. This is good posture. This you want to stay away from. Again, this is the same position that I was in when I was on my side. So if you can imagine all the time during the day, slouched over, all the time at night, slouched over. No wonder why people have issues with their chest and their shoulder and upper body weaknesses. So let me recap. Overly slouch, overly straighten, and relax slightly here. Now this posture here, what you're doing is you're contracting your adverse abdominis, which works as a natural pelvic girdle and encapsulates everything and provides some structure and stability to your back, which is what you want and you want to get in the habit of doing. So picture trying to put on a really tight pair of jeans and you're trying to zip it up and pull it up. We'll take a deep breath in and hold it, but still breathe at the same time. And you'll feel your abdominals contracting. As you continue to stay on board with that, that is going to make a huge difference for your standing posture as well. It's really hard to slouch and not stand the way that you're supposed to stand if you are contracting your transverse abdominis. Standing posture, I need for you to work on standing on 2 feet. Standing on 2 feet, and if you're standing in line, up and down on your toes, weight shifting side to side, you can even like you're rocking a baby without having a baby there. I do not want to see you hiking your hip out like that. If you can tell, my stomach is not engaged. I'm hanging on all my ligaments and tendons right here. You can even see the arch in my back as I'm kicking that leg out. You will see people do this all the time. But see how this hip is higher than this hip? It doesn't allow my glute to take responsibility for what it needs to do. You are much better to keep yourself engaged and weight shift, keep your core tight, than you are to hang on your ligaments and tendons. That being said, and let me apologize again, because crossing your legs, that needs to stop as well as this posture right here. Again, if you have this posture here for a stretch, that's completely fine, but most people will just sit like this for like 30, 40 minutes and they'll be like, oh yeah, I never sit like that. It's just, what I was doing today. Well, I guarantee you those are the people that are coming in to see me for hip and low back issues, and they've been sitting like that for 40 minutes. So all I'm saying is just increase your awareness of your posture. Let me know if there's any questions or concerns that you have, because these basic things that you're doing on a daily basis can either help you or hurt you, and I want them to help you. So as you increase your awareness, you will be able to make small changes over time that will lead to big shifts and big improvements for your success down the road. So thank you so much for your patience and for watching the video. This is a really rough draft, quick clipped version, but I hope you find this helpful, and I look forward to seeing your transformation on this awesome journey that we've started together. Have a great day.